Hello everyone, I'm Jaideep Singh Chahil. With me, we have a 2024 Fortuner. This is the 4x4 variant, and I think the Fortuner has been probably the longest selling and the most successful 4x4 or overland vehicle variant in India. Amazing platform and backed by the solid Toyota reliability and the amazing after sales support by Toyota. This is a no-brainer if you want a zero headache vehicle. Sibling to the Hilux, it shares a lot of stuff with the Hilux. Same 2.8 turbo diesel engine. The front end of the suspension also is pretty much the same. What we're going to do today is we are installing the adjustable Foamcell variant of the Toughdog suspension for this one. Very, very basic and very quick install. I believe the Fortuners have to be the cheapest or the most well-priced set of suspensions, be it Ironman, be it Toughdog, and probably with least number of components, and also the maximum difference because it's got such a basic installation. The difference is phenomenal. So what we have with us is the adjustable variant of the Foamcell series. So Toughdog in India only comes as a Foamcell. There are no nitro gas variants available for this. So what we have here is just to compare. So the setup is very, very basic. Just 4 shocks, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and 4 coil springs. That is it. There are no other components in this kit other than the basic bushes and installation hardware. 4 shocks and 4 springs. Being an independent front suspension, there is no steering damper. I have a lot of people asking me that if the steering damper is helping in the Wrangler or in the Jimny, why don't we install it in a Hilux as well? The steering geometry and the steering structure is such that in an independent front suspension, there are no steering dampers. So I'll quickly show you the 4 bits that are there in the kit. Very, very basic stuff. Number 1 is the rear damper. There are 2 rear dampers in the kit. This right here is the adjustment dial. You can simply twist it to adjust. It has an 8-click adjustment with increasing in hardness. 1 being the softest, 8 being the stiffest. So you can vary it between 1 and 8. Next to it is the stock damper. So we've kept it here just to compare. This is the stock damper. This is the upgraded damper. No point doing a comparison based on thickness of the shock body or the shock tube. Technologically, this is far, far more advanced. So the rear is very basic. 2 shocks, and this is the rear coil spring. The rear coil spring in this car is still installed, so we did not have that pulled out as of now. So this is the rear coil spring. Very basic installation. Coming to the front, this is the front coiler damper. This is an installed unit. This is an assembled unit. Again, it has the 8-step adjustment right here. So what is to be seen is only this part, which is the top mount, is taken from the vehicle. This is removed from the stock coilover damper setup, and it is installed in this. Rest everything comes as a part of the kit. So what we've gone in for is the zero load comfort set of springs. If you can quickly show, we've got SO for this one, and we have SO for this one. So just like in Ironman, we have A, B, and C, with A being the softest and C being the stiffest in order of load that it can accommodate. For Toughdog, we have SO, which is the softest or the stock weight, and H and double H. Double H being the variant rated for maximum load. It is going to be a very, very basic installation. The vehicle is going to be lifted by almost 50 mm, which is slightly more than 2 inches. And we'll try to do a review after the installation, how it feels, how the stance changes. The vehicle is pretty much stock. The only difference is that it has a set of Maxxis Bravos 980 tires installed, 285/60 R18 size. That is it. So the suspension was a pretty quick install. We are getting the alignment redone and the front cambers adjusted as when the suspension is installed. Since the vehicle height increases, the strut length increases, so your front tires tend to come out from the top. So behind us, the camber adjustment is going on, and I thought I'll use this opportunity to quickly show you how and where to adjust the stiffness of your Toughdog suspension from. So here in front of us, this is the rear damper. The coil goes in there on the arm. This is the rear damper. This little knob right here is the adjustment. Currently, we've set the rear at number 3. I'll quickly show you. It only turns clockwise for stiffness. This right here, the longer notch, this denotes position 0. So 1, 2, and 3. That is the position number 3 for sharpness. So the adjustment knobs are present on all 4 dampers. The rear ones are pretty easy to record as they are facing you. So we've adjusted both at 3 in the rear and number 4 in the front because this is a zero load stock vehicle. The only change is the tires. That's it. So this is running 285 Maxxis Bravo. What we'll do next is now we'll pull out the vehicle, check for the lining and cambers, and we will drive it on a rough patch of road. And then we share the final drive impressions and the final stats. So we're done with a quick 3-4 hour install for Harry Pudgy's Black Fortuner. So this is the Auto 2.8 variant. Very fresh vehicle, and it had only done around 50,000 kilometers. Probably the right time to switch out your suspension. Everything is installed. We've driven it through a bunch of rough patches. The front has settled. There's a very decent drop in the front because when we were just done installing, the front was pretty high. So I think it sits perfect with the setup because what I've observed with Ironman setups, the rear acts a little funny with the level of coil that you select. But this one, in the first installation directly, it has settled down very, very beautifully. The stance looks amazing. So we've fixed the tire pressure for now. As I told, we've kept the front at 3 and the rear at 4. So we'll make any sort of changes to that after using it for a little while. And sorry, I'll correct myself. The front is at 4, the rear is at 3. Because of the engine weight, we keep the stiffness a little up in the front. So no spacers whatsoever, stock wheels. The tires are sitting flush, 285 60 18. I think that is the perfect size for this one. No rubbing, scuffing or anything. Otherwise the vehicle is bone stock and just has one EVCX pedal tuner. So I leave you to see the stance, and we'll try to cover the user reviews in around another 5 to 7,000 kilometers once he's used it in all possible terrains and situations, because he's planning a pretty long road trip once the roads open up. So that's about it. No further alterations. We might do an underbody in the coming month or so, and probably a quantum red remap, but otherwise it's looking very, very neat, and the stance is absolutely perfect to go with one upsize, or even if you want offset wheels, slightly offset or wider wheels will also accommodate will be accommodated with the setup without any rubbing or touching whatsoever. So that was a very quick install, and we'll try to record the user's review in around 5 to 7,000 kilometers. Thank you.